It powers our cities, our cars, our phones, and even our own bodies. Energy fills the universe. How we have harnessed it has shaped human history, a story of change and transformation, of discovery and hope. Stone strikes stone, a spark is born, and then a flame. Since earliest times, man has used the power of nature, the heat of fire, the force of water, and wind. How has this been possible? It's because energy can take different forms. The speed of a moving object, the heat generated by friction or released by chemical processes. These are examples of energy in action. The football carries energy as it moves through the air. Even when it stops, the energy is transferred into the motion of the net and then into heat, which is passed into the surrounding air. Energy is a constant which cannot be lost, only passed from one form to another. But to harness it, we need to capture its power. The sun is our main energy source, sending us energy in the form of light and heat. But where does the sun get its great store of energy? The answer lies in the nuclear reactions of tiny hydrogen atoms at its core, fusing together under immense pressure to make helium atoms. Only a minute fraction of the sun's immense energy reaches Earth. And of this, just a small amount is enough to generate power for us all, if only we could capture it. Plants convert the sun's light energy through photosynthesis, enabling them to grow. Some of that energy is stored in the plant's cells, and when animals eat them, or we eat fruit and vegetables, the energy is unlocked. Can you feel your heart beat? It is powered by a little bit of the energy we receive from our nearest star. Over millions of years, as living organisms died, part of the sun's energy became buried with them. Trapped under layers of sediment and subjected to heat and pressure, these organisms have slowly changed into the fossil fuels we know today: coal, oil, and gas. Coal, the remnants of ancient trees and plants, has been burnt for centuries to generate heat and keep us warm. But we've also been able to convert that heat into power. High-pressure steam from boiling water can turn the wheels of a train, drive the machinery of a factory, or move a turbine to produce electricity. In ancient times, people came across places where a thick, dark substance seeped out of the ground. It became known as petroleum, meaning rock oil. Oil is a concentrated liquid fuel formed from the remains of tiny prehistoric sea organisms. Captured by drilling wells deep underground, oil became the lifeblood of 20th century technology. Oil releases its energy by burning, vaporizing, and expanding. Converted into movement by internal combustion engines, this energy powers vehicles all over the world. Saudi Arabia has vast reserves of this precious fuel, and Saudi Aramco, the world's largest oil production company, manages some of the most extensive oil fields on the planet. Natural gas produced with oil or discovered on its own in underground pockets is another essential source of energy for powering homes and businesses, and is vital to the economy of Saudi Arabia. No one knows for sure how much oil and gas still waits to be discovered around the world. But our need for energy has led us to develop ever more ingenious ways to find and extract these resources. Energy companies like Saudi Aramco use 3D imagery from seismic surveys to help identify new reserves and recover as much of these as possible. And by using oil and gas efficiently, we can make the most of these finite energy sources, taking us long into the future. Today, to meet our ever-increasing demand for energy, we are turning to alternative energy sources. Some of these are renewable, meaning they will never run out. Heat from the sun stirs our atmosphere and powers our weather systems. It generates the wind, the rain that feeds our rivers, and the waves that cross our oceans. Through technology, we can generate power using turbines to capture the energy from wind and the flow of water. Even tidal currents, produced from the pull of the moon's gravity on our oceans, can be harnessed with the use of underwater turbines. The sun's immense energy can also be captured directly in photovoltaic cells or focused using mirrors or lenses to create concentrated solar power. Some energy available to us is stored inside our planet. Geothermal power plants harness heat from beneath the Earth's surface. And through nuclear technology, scientists are able to release the massive energy held within the atom in much the same way that the sun does at its core. Energy is everywhere, even in empty space. Astronomers think that most of the universe exists not in the form of stars or planets, but of so-called dark energy. Perhaps, in the very distant future, humans might find a way to capture it. Think how far we've come since the first aircraft, the first steam engine, the first candle, or the first piece of flint that was struck to make a spark. Energy is all around us, but we need to apply all of our human ingenuity to capture it by seeking new sources and finding better ways of using those we already have. As our need for energy grows, we must use it in a responsible way so that future generations can live in a clean and safe world with enough energy to meet their needs. Who knows? Perhaps there are sources of energy we haven't even thought of, waiting to be discovered by someone with the right idea. It could be a young person in the audience now. Maybe it could be you.